Well, I guess we're the only two in here right now. Oh, cool gamer. Hello, hon. How are you? Well, geez, that popped up real quick. Well, there's 10 of us in here now. Well, guys, we're going to give it a few minutes, let everybody get in here. But as y'all can tell from the title, this is not to do with Summer Wells. Of course, we always wind up talking about her. Y'all know that. But this is really concerning an old, it's 16 years old, guys. And I think it's time, if I'm going to run a true crime channel, that we should at least look into it. And I wouldn't mind the help in trying to dig and find the truth about what happened to her. Hello, second to no one, Chris Melcher. How is everybody? I hope everybody's good. No, guys, I'm not. I don't sound any better. Sorry about that. Still working on getting the money to get my medicine filled, but hopefully I'll get it by the end of the week and I'll be better. Not sure how many people is going to be interested in this or who's not, but it is very interesting. It is a strange case out of Tennessee, a cold case that has never been solved. And I would greatly appreciate it as we go along if you guys will ask more questions. The Skelton brothers, yeah, no, that's not the one I'm talking about. The one I'm talking about, guys, is my mother-in-law. 16 years ago, well, 17 years ago, my father-in-law, who was the veterans officer of Sevier County, his name was Dan Price, and that's what got me started today, was because he was the veterans officer. He died from cancer, and a year later, my mother-in-law happened to be laying in her bed in the middle of the day. She was on hospice. She was sick. And normally there was somebody always at the house with her, always. And there was actually 7 other people living in the house with her. And from 10 o'clock, 10:30 that morning until 1 o'clock that evening, for some strange, odd reason, there was no one in the house with her. It was the first time it had happened. Like I said, she was sickly. She always had somebody with her. And strangely enough, the house phone, the landline, there was 2 phones in the house, one in her end of the house, the one in the other end where my brother-in-law and his family lived. That handset was took off the hook. The button was pushed and it was shoved down into the couch cushions where it couldn't be found. And nobody could call out. Nobody could call in. And that happened from 10:30 that morning until 1 o'clock that evening. Was the time that phone was off the hook as well. Someone walked into my mother-in-law's house, walked to her bedroom door. She was laying in her hospital bed. And this is what TBI told us. They picked the gun up and they shot her. She was so scared that she literally broke every bone in her left hand trying to climb out of her hospital bed to get away from them. And she wound up falling onto her knees and on her face in the floor. And whoever it was walked up to the opposite side of the hospital bed and leaned over the hospital bed and shot her again in the back. And she died. Now you have to keep in mind, guys, this was in the middle of the day. Nobody was there. They have yet to arrest anybody in this case. Nobody. There's plenty of suspects. There was lots of money, but no arrests. From what I hear, they even found the gun that she was shot with, but it had been messed with so that they couldn't do ballistics on it. So 16 years later, we never found out who killed her. Now you have to understand that her youngest son, there was only two boys, my husband and her youngest son. And her youngest son and his wife and their two children lived in the house with her. And her oldest biological grandchild lived in the house. And he had a friend of his and that dude's wife living with them. They were all gone. Everybody was gone to work or being took to work when my oldest stepson, her oldest grandchild, come back home at 1:30. He walks in and finds her in the floor. He tries to use the phone and it won't work. He winds up having to run next door to the next door neighbors and use their phone to call 911. Now, the strange thing about it is police never did any fingerprints. They never did anything. Nobody was ever arrested. They were taken for questioning but released. Now, I don't know where to go from here. I have all the details. I have all the answers, but I don't know where to go from here. Does anybody have any clues? What to do? What to do next? They took in several people. One being my stepdaughter and her boyfriend. And it was her boyfriend's brother that had sold the gun that they suspected had been used. The house went to all the grandchildren. The car went to the grandchildren. There was CDs in the bank that went to the grandchildren. The will had been changed 2 days prior to her getting shot, by the way. My husband did not get anything. Nothing. And his brother was named executor of the will. Needless to say now, 1 year and 1 day after she passed, her house burned down and they collected the insurance. Now, hey Nana in chat, hope you're all having a great day. Oh well, we're trying to. Yeah, it was horrible. It really was. I mean, her hand, her whole left hand was completely black. It broke every bone in her hand. She was not the nicest lady. She was every aspect of a mother-in-law that you could think of. But I still loved her. And nobody should have to die that way. Nobody. There was a safe in her house. So it was not robbery, guys. There was a bag of liquid morphine that was still in the safe from where her husband had passed. She was on hospice, as I said, and so she was collecting pain medication every 14 days, but wasn't taking it. So there was 1,800 Norco 10s in that safe. $200 cash in her purse, a bottle of hydrocodone 10s in her purse, a bottle of Valiums in her purse. The key to the safe was around her neck and her checkbook, and her purse and everything was laying on the foot of her bed. Nothing was stolen. Nothing was taken. Who was the executor? My brother-in-law, her youngest son. I don't know. But wouldn't you have thought that the police would have at least, Now, they did take us all in for, remember I've talked to y'all about, had to take lie detector tests. Now, myself, I was at work, my husband was at work, we are cleared. But we all had to go in for lie detector tests. And we, of course, passed ours. My oldest stepson, they didn't give him his lie detector because he was on seizure medicine. And anytime anybody is taking any kind of mind-altering medication, they can't take a lie detector test. The TBI agent told us that my brother-in-law and his wife took theirs. Hang on one second, guys. Sorry about that, guys. It was just about transmission fluid. Anyways, I don't even remember where I was at. Where was I at? Oh, when the youngest son was notified that his mother was passed, he comes running in the house past all the cops and stuff. He grabs her and holds her and says, "She's been shot, she's been shot, she's been shot." Nobody knew at that time whether she had or not. Isn't that a little bit strange? There was an argument between my stepson and my sister-in-law at the time of trying to argue who was actually the last one there with her. Isn't that weird? No fingerprints. They didn't test for any fingerprints. Sketchy was left alone for that many hours. Right. Well, and the thing about it is what they found really odd was the fact that the phone was off the hook at the exact hours that she was actually left alone. And 1 year and 1 day later, like I said, the house burned down, and I was told by someone who did it, and told that there was witnesses, that there was people in the road talking to the next door neighbors while it was being set on fire. And I called the investigator that was in charge of the case and told them, and nothing ever happened. Nothing ever came of it, guys. Anybody got any suggestions? I mean, not everybody's life is a murder mystery. But let me tell you, this was I've not gotten back into this after the years. I just couldn't. He would be my only suspect. He had means, motive, and opportunity. Others could be involved, but he's the main suspect. Well, the thing about it is supposedly he was at work. And let me tell y'all something, guys. When they called everybody in, as soon as everybody pulled up onto the property, they roped off the yard. And if you pulled onto the yard, I mean, the fire department, the ambulances, the cops, everybody was there. You were not allowed to leave, period. No matter who you were or why you were there. If you pulled into that yard, you were not allowed to leave. But yet, my brother-in-law and his wife got into my mother-in-law's car before they ever even brought her body out of the house and left and went and pulled $5,000 out of her bank account and went to McDonald's and grabbed lunch. Left their kids there with my sister-in-law's mother, who also showed up. I guess she had went and picked up the boys from school or something and brought them home. It was pre-planned and prearranged, done in cold blood. Who harbored a lot of anger towards her? Oh, well, yeah, that sort of everybody did in Sevier County. I can't say that. I'm not going to be disrespectful. But trust me, she was not the best. But you would think after 16 years, guys, somebody would have figured something out. There would have been some kind of an arrest by now. You would think her being the veterans officer of Sevier County would have held some kind of weight, that they would have wanted to find who did this in cold blood. Let me read this to you. This is what it says, the article that they wrote. Well, part of the article. It says sheriff's deputies are investigating the death of a local woman as a homicide. 60-year-old Judy Ray Price was the widow of longtime Veterans Service Officer Dan Price. Deputies said Price was found deceased in her home on Mathis Branch Road at 1 p.m. Thursday. They are not releasing the cause of death at this time, although sources close to the investigation say it was believed to have been a shooting. We aren't releasing the cause of death until after the autopsy is completed. Investigators also weren't prepared to say whether there were signs of forced entry or of a struggle at Price's home. He did say no neighbors reported hearing any kind of disturbances there. They wouldn't say Friday whether it was a relative or another person who found the body. She was found by another person. The investigation was continuing Friday. And that's pretty much all you're going to be able to find on this. You can't, I want to see if I can't file the papers to get, the information and stuff on the cold cases. But as far as like old newspaper articles and stuff, you can hardly find anything. Whoever did this wanted her gone and wasn't concerned about taking anything, but made sure the phones weren't working. Exactly. It's not Tennessee, but Molly Miller and Colt Haynes is very disturbing, especially when the sheriff in Love County refused to help look for these kids. Not changing the subject, but no, that's fine. I'm just wondering if there's anybody that has any ideas of how we can get this, maybe not reopened, but at least have somebody take a look at it and see if we can't dig a little and figure out why the cops stopped looking. I mean, I know it's personal to me. I'm not married into the family anymore, but it is personal to me. Like I said, for years it was a big chunk of my life. No, as far as I know, they're not still working on the case. We haven't heard anything in years. Well, it's like I said, it's Sevier County, Sevier, Sevier County. It was in Cosby though, technically. The police won't push the issue unless family pushes it. Exactly, and the only people that would have a reason to push it would be me and my husband or ex-husband now, but he no longer lives here, and I'm not sure. You have to understand, there was just him and his brother and their children. There was 5 biological grandkids. Now the 2 younger ones were preteens, and they belonged to my brother-in-law. So the only other 3 that could have been involved belonged to my husband. He's not going to push. I mean, they're all grown and they all have kids now of their own. Could I call a local reporter? I probably could if I could figure out one that's in Sevier County. I could call the detective up that was over the case. That was Jeff McCarter. But I don't know if I'd get anywhere with it or not. But I do plan on discovering's going to help me. We're going to start doing some digging into it. I don't know that we're going to be able to find anything, but as far as my common knowledge of lie detector tests and the phone towers and all that, everything that was going on that's going on in Summerwell's case. This is why I know a lot about it, because while we were there, they literally took over everybody's phones and they downloaded each and every one of them right then and there and handed them all back to us right then. And they seen where everybody was at that specific point in time. Don't Jeff Bobo do stories from that area? I don't know exactly what areas he covers. I don't know if he would or not. Sometimes cops who aren't there anymore will talk to you. Yeah, I don't know if Jeff is still, if he's still on the force or not. I just find it very interesting, and the fact that nobody was ever arrested for it. I mean, like I said, now they did take in my stepdaughter. As a matter of fact, while we were at the funeral home you have 3 nights normally. You have family visitation at the funeral home, and then family and friends, and then you have the funeral. Well, the first night where it was just family, while we were at the funeral home, they literally called me and my husband over to the sheriff's department to see if we couldn't get her to talk, because she had they believed she had something in it. And we tried talking to her, and she wound up just destroying the sheriff's department and then running, and then destroyed the 911 area because she ran in it. They arrested her for destruction of private property, but she got out in the next couple of days. Neighbors or someone had to have seen someone pull up or leave around the time, if she lived close by anyone. Literally, there was a house across the street at the end of her driveway. Literally. And they're not talking. What do I think? I've always thought it was my daughter-in-law, I've always thought it was my stepdaughter. When we all got there, and she was one of the last people that pulled up in the yard before they brought my mother-in-law out. And when she got out of the car, she was screaming, "They didn't tell me they killed her. They didn't tell me they killed her." So, no, it wasn't. It wasn't normal for her to react like that. Um, when they started, after she tore up the police department, they put her in the car to take her over to the sheriff's department to lock her up. And she stopped them and said, all right, she'd tell the truth. Then she tried to say that her boyfriend had give her drugs and she was passed out, and she woke up when they were getting back in the van at her mama's house, and they told her that if she ever said anything, that she'd wind up the same way. And that was her excuse for saying what she said when she got to the house that day. So tell me, how can all this be known to the cops and they still never arrested anybody? Hey, Suzette. Who is they? What do you mean? The boyfriend? Oh, and a friend of his. It was my stepdaughter's boyfriend and his best friend. I have a friend from school that's been missing since last year. Odd circumstances. Billy Bays. Well, have we looked into it, Kirst? I wouldn't mind looking into some of these older cases that actually mean something to us. Do they have any connections to Ellie? Are you talking to me? No, they don't. Nothing after Danny passed. No, there was no relations whatsoever. Kirst, we need to look into it and see if we can figure that out or not. See, that's what I'm saying about the Miller case. They have witnesses who saw the guys tie Molly to a tree. Oh, wow. And is that, you said that wasn't in Tennessee, didn't you, Dawn? I'm just trying to figure out, guys, why cops pursue some cases and don't pursue others, especially when there's so much evidence that, points directly at who did it. Cursed with curiosity, I wrote down to look into it. What state? Excuse me, guys. Hang on a second. I'm so sorry, guys. See, there's an old missing persons case here too. No new information on it in years. I know her family would love some closure. Exactly. Most of everybody in my mother-in-law's family's already passed away, but I wouldn't mind some closure. I wouldn't mind knowing that the guilty person went to prison. Son Marble. Ardvidson, Travis Shane King, Bristol, Virginia. Oh, Lord, honey, you're talking about right up there in Rogersville. That's one that we should look into right there, I'm telling you. When did they go missing in Bristol? Because Bristol, Tennessee, and Bristol, Virginia is the same town, and that's like right next door to Rogersville. The Love County sheriff was doing illegal things. You've got a short on him on your channel. I'll have to go check it out. Her husband has a solid alibi. It was just crazy when it happened. I would say. This was over 25 years ago. He was found, but it's got officials written all over it. Well, see, that's the kind of stuff we need to look into up there because we know that they're not on the up and up in that area. Thank you, Kirst. That'd be great. Okay, hon, you be careful, okay? Do y'all still have the same sheriff from 16 years ago? I don't know. I don't think so. Hang on a second. I don't even remember who I think it was Ronnie Seals. Hang on a minute. I'm looking it up now. Oh, nope. It's not the same sheriff. A guy named Michael Hodges. I don't live there anymore, so I don't know that much about the politics up there now. I do apologize. It's a big deal all over about Molly Miller. Her aunt has a podcast. She will help you, Nana. Okay. Discovering's got that wrote down too, so things have been crazy hectic around my house. Yeah, I know they have Discovering. Her name is Paula Fielder. Okay. They charged a man, the Lyons sisters' killer. The remains on death row is South Carolina, was never charged. Huh. Huh. How is the stepdaughter doing nowadays? Well, I have not seen nor spoke to. I spoke to my youngest stepson. Well, that was probably back in 2009. And I haven't spoke to any of them since 2007, other than him. But as far as I know, she's got one stepchild and two children now, married to a preacher. I'm assuming she figured if she married a preacher, she wouldn't go to hell for doing what she did. That's the way I look at it, anyways. It's called Operation Find Molly Miller. I mean, why is it, do y'all think that certain, places or certain cops will check into certain cases and dig deeper and try to find who did it, and other cases they just let go? And it can't be because of like money, because, you know, it's not like my mother and father-in-law were poor people. This isn't a child, but the Suzanne Morphew case is super strange and still a missing persons case. I really appreciate what you do here. Well, thank you, sweetheart. Wonder if the ex-boyfriend and his best friend has been in any kind of criminal trouble since then. The ex-boyfriend. Hello, Stay Tiger. How are you? Suzanne Morphew. Why do I know that name? I know that name. Because the family needs to stay on the detectives every day. Well, in the beginning, we did. I mean, we stayed in contact with the detectives every day. We were constantly going down there and doing everything we could, and nothing ever came of it. Oh, okay. Now I know who you're talking about. I know who the Morphew case is now. Hang on one second, guys. Let me grab something. Okay. Is there any other cases that you guys can think of that we could check into? I agree that Barry is the culprit. Well, from everything that I've heard, he is. Hello, Shalima. I've not overlooked you, hon. I'm sorry I didn't say hello. But I mean, I'm sure it's like this everywhere in the United States. But it just, I guess, because I live here in Tennessee, most of these cases here in Tennessee really has drawn attention to. It's drawn my attention because they do seem like they just overlook everybody here. But I don't understand because, Danny was a veterans officer. It seems to me they would have looked harder for his wife's killer. Definitely is responsible, and their daughters have been brainwashed or something. It's very strange. This truly is a channel for angels to be remembered. Oh, thank you. Nana, get a new detective there. They like to work on cold cases when family asks to reopen. Well, I think I will give them a call tomorrow and see what they say. Wonder if that girl in Tennessee's father claims he left her at the mall in Jackson, Tennessee. Nana, I'm glad you're feeling a little better, but I wish you could get your meds. You could heal quicker. I know, sweetheart. A lot of small town cases get overlooked and brushed under the rug. Exactly, they do. And the big TBI and FBI and all them don't bother even looking because they figure small town people aren't important. But Sevier County is not a small town. Sevier County is where Dollywood and Gatlinburg and all that is. I believe Summer has opened up a lot of eyes in this small town to the corruption. Yes, 100%. Especially all the, and what I don't get about Bristol is whether it's Virginia or Tennessee, both sides, there is so many people that are found, remains are found over there. It's like it's a disposal ground for bodies. Yeah, I know they did. As we get older, we don't heal as quick and need that little boost of antibiotics. I know, hun. I'll get them. Help Bring Billy Bays Home is the name of his page. How long has he been gone, Cursed? Unless Ellie requests outside help, higher agencies aren't made aware. Thank you, Discovering. I do apologize for the coughing and the sneezing and stuff, guys. Yes, Discovering. I don't know how much I could do, guys, if it wasn't for Discovering. She is such a big help to me. A lot of you are a big help to me. You being one, Cursed. And I do thank everybody that helps. God bless all these beautiful people who help or keep these names alive. Yes, absolutely. And I do apologize that I've not been on here lately, but y'all understand why. I don't know if we're ever going to find an answer to Summer's case. I'm not ever going to give up on her, but I'm starting to lose faith in the judicial system. All we can do is pray and hope that the grand jury, when they meet next week? Well, I think they meet on the 11th of June. That they'll come down with some kind of a decision. Of course, you can ask a question, V. Yeah, absolutely. It is so disheartening. It is. If I can find a way to try to get a hold of her, yeah, I'm sure she would. I'm hoping I can too, hun. Right? Well, it got to the point where I just couldn't breathe. That's why I finally gave up. And it felt like I had a cotton ball stuck in one of my ears. And not at all did I think I had pneumonia. Even if we don't find an answer, which will drive us nuts, at least her name is always out there, so she's never forgotten. Exactly. Dawn has shingles too, second to no one. I think it's just the virus going around. 44 weeks. That's it. Thank you, Dawn. I hope I do too, sweetheart. I know I would just feel better if I could just get my steroids where it would dry up some of this stuff. I have to admit, I met the new doctor in my doctor's office. The old doctor's moved somewhere else, and I hadn't been to the doctor. And the new doctor, I figured I'd have problems with because I'm not an ignorant person. I know what's wrong with my body. I know what kind of medicine I need. And when I went in, I tried to tell them, I figured they'd fight me, but she didn't. She was a wonderful doctor. She said, what do you need? Yes, she agreed. She checked me out. She agreed 100% this is what I needed and had no problem giving me what I asked for as far as the steroids. And the only thing that she gave me that I didn't ask for was antibiotics, but I didn't think I needed them. Nana has pneumonia, and I'm hoping if she gets her meds, it will go away and won't turn into double pneumonia. I'm so sorry for you. Oh, it's okay, hon. I just feel bad. My son is sick too. I think he's in actually worse shape than I'm in. I know I do. We've missed the last 2 game nights, guys. And it was horrible the other night. I really felt bad because I didn't do game night. If anybody has any suggestions as far as game night and what games we could play, please email them to me, text them to me if you have my number, whatever. Because we're going to do game night this coming Saturday. I promise. Well, I try not to, hun. But you have to understand, I can probably name every time I've ever been sick as far as my lungs and breathing and stuff go. I mean, literally, I can tell you the years. I don't normally get sick. Um, I miss game night and Nana's lives in general, right? I'm sorry, guys. I miss you guys too. That's why I'm on here. I needed to talk to you guys. I missed you. Even though I'm sick, I don't feel good. I still wanted to talk to you guys, see how everybody was doing. And although I'm more than willing to talk about summer, to me, it's just getting to the point where people are just beating a dead horse, guys. I mean, not that looking for summer and trying to figure out what happened to her is, but it's just everything everybody is doing. I mean, everybody's attacking one creator's attacking another creator, and all they're doing is rerunning old stuff, and they're not even giving new uh, commentary with it. They're just playing the videos that was been played 2 years ago. Okay, hang on a second. Did you see my question above? No, I probably didn't, sweetheart. I'm looking. Yeah, I told. Yeah, no, I didn't. You never did type it in, hon. You asked if you could ask a question, but you never did type it in. But yeah, go ahead and ask it, V. I know this game not supposed to be named That Voice. I know, and I got to get to work on getting those clips together too. How come Don can't sell the property if he has no money? Well, because not a lot of people would be interested in buying a piece of property that, whether it's true or not, there's, the possibility that that baby could be buried on that property somewhere. I don't know a lot of people that would want to jump in and buy property where it could be a crime scene. Obviously, I've been dealing with it for the last several years, but just thought I had a itchy rash that would flare up until this time. Yeah, you have to be careful with shingles too, guys. And it is very painful. I would buy it just to search for summer. There's a lot of land, and I'm sure stash spots, right? I don't know why. I don't know why they're selling the property, and I don't know why they don't go ahead and sell it, unless they're not allowed to. I mean, it is still considered a crime scene, is it not? That's something we need to check into. Is the property considered a crime scene, and can they sell it if it is? Oh, yeah, I know a lot of fun stuff starts happening the older we get. Absolutely. Most people care, Nana, but if they were fighting over property. V, I never did see your question, babe. There, okay. I typed it 2 times. I don't know why it didn't show up. I typed in other channels too, but no one can see it. I don't know why. Well, that's strange. What is the question? Hang on a minute. Let me go on here and see if I can't make sure. Okay. And let's see. Live chat. Okay. I'm looking over here. Nope. It just says, can you ask a question? And then it says, did I read the question? And then it says that you typed it in twice about the petition. What petition? If nothing else, type it in one word at a time, hon. We'll see if we can't get this stupid question out here. Yeah, you could email it to me. Do you have my email address? Oh, yeah, you want to grab? Yeah, we could do that. Here, V. You want to jump up here just long enough to ask the question, or you're more than welcome to stay up here, but you can jump up here, and that way ain't nobody can delete it off here or whatever's going on with it. Grab the link. Okay, Candace C. Harrer, federal charges. I don't know if you're talking. I mean, I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about or not, but I've heard of those in the past. That was one of the rumors that was going around. But I don't know if that. I don't know what that would have to do with a petition. Do you want to jump up here? She changed her statement. Who, Grandis changed her statement from what? That she wasn't asleep? They want federal charges. Oh, come on, V. Just get up here on panel. You're making us all die here. We're all wanting to know. Never been on a panel? Well, honey, it's all you got to do is just take the link and jump up here. And if you're not comfortable, you can jump back down after you say what you got to say. And all you do is just when you touch the link, it'll tell you exactly what you got to do. Yeah, she's got my curiosity piqued now. Yeah, exactly, Discovering. I'm in suspense too. Pull it up and read it, Nana. Pull it up and read it. Did you send the email? Hang on, I'm pulling it up. Or checking anyways. Yep, nothing is in here. People are signing it. Grandis only had one statement to the press that I know of. And we have no idea what she's told LE. I'm asking the same thing, Suzette. Pull it up from where? Is anybody in here know whether or not you can sell property if it is, part of an investigation? You're going to copy it. Well, if you can copy it and paste it in the chat, then I'll read it. I don't care to. It's people signing a petition for feds to get her over statement. I've seen V in here before. Hello, Emily. Hey, Nana, how are y'all? Memorial Day. Well, about as good as it gets, I guess, hon. Has anyone ever seen V in chat before? I could have swore I've seen her in here. No, honey, I don't see any copy and paste. Dawn, nobody thinks you're a troll. Not, I'm sure the Morphew house was under investigation, but Barry sold it. But it's also a different state, right? I don't know if you can, Nana, but I wouldn't think so until the investigation is closed. Well, see, I wouldn't think so either. Maybe that's what's stopping them from selling the property. I thought you had, V. Don't worry about it. It's okay, hon. Let me give you my email address. Just send it to the email. And yeah, if there's some kind of a petition, please, we want to see it. There's my email address. There's the email address, sweetheart. Just go ahead and send it to it, and I will definitely pull it up. But yeah, that's the kind of thing that we need to be worrying about, and not worrying about whether Candace and Dawn are on dang panels lying through their teeth. Of course, that's all they ever do. We need to be finding out what's going on as far as that property, why it is being sold, why it can't be sold. You found it 3 days ago. Can't see from diabetic problems and never finish my sentence. Oh, it's okay, hon. There's tons of petitions out there to sign for Grandis. I don't get why, though. She's really not been involved in this. Yeah, where did you find it, V? Maybe somebody else can go grab it. And they can, obviously a moderator can post it. Oh, okay, I get you. I got it. There's 500 signatures. Okay, if y'all can hear me, I'm going to read this, okay? Grandis isn't her real name. No, her real name is Candace Cora Harrer. Says this petition is in support of legal charges being brought against Candace Rose Bly, aka. Why would they? That's not even her real name. Candace Rose Bly is Candace. It says of Rogersville, Tennessee, and Grantsburg, Wisconsin. Based on the following reasons, we request that she be charged for lying to law enforcement and using resources to search for a child who she was directly and indirectly in charge of the day Summer Moon Utah Wells went missing. On March 1st, 2022, Harrer told WJHL News crew that Summer Wells got out of the truck on June 15, 2021, but has now redacted that statement. They now state that Summer was unresponsive. Lying in this manner is against local, state, and federal statute for the safety of the public in regard to her and her daughter's negligence for Summer Moon Utah Wells on June 15, 2021, and deceitful manipulation and extortion campaign against U.S. citizens and those abroad. We ask that you apply law to protect the public. Luca Vega. Now, let me tell y'all something. Luca is a troll. Luca is banned from my channel. And Candace Rose Bly is the daughter. It's Dawn's wife. It's Summer's mother. Candace Cora Harrer is Grandis. Yeah, I don't know where the unresponsive came from. Luca Vega is a troll, guys. I don't know how they wound up getting that petition drawn up, but it's not real. No, that petition is not true. I mean, it's true because somebody drew it up, but the name that is assigned at the bottom, that person is a troll. They are not anybody important or legal or, like I said, they are banned from this channel. That's hearsay because I haven't heard her redact that statement and it's the wrong name. I will not sign anything like that. Right, I wouldn't sign anything like that either, hun. You're welcome, V. I mean, obviously, there's more on here. There's more petitions. Here's one discovered in Texas. Candace C. Harrer. Comment sought against Harrer. Commitment sought against Harrer. The petition filed January 7th, 2013 in Burnett County Circuit Court alleges that Warren S. Harrer, 54, is a... Oh, that's against her brother. Well, there's a bunch of them on here. But that one that you're speaking of is not real. Grandis lied about her nap. She never mentioned it. Then it later came out and said she was sleeping. Right. Well, I only know, honey, because I've had dealings with that Luca person. I thought that was on heir's deed, meaning it can't be sold, just passed down. I don't believe it's an heir's deed. Whoever Luca is probably using a petition to gather personal information about people, emails, etc. Very good possibility. You're right. Well, that's good, V. Don't sign anything like that, honey. Don't. No, I don't think Dawn has a lifetime dowry. You don't get a lifetime dowry when you purchase a piece of property, and whether it don't matter how much the money was passed between hands. It was either $10 or $20 or something like that between him and Trent, Clyde or Trent. You don't get a lifetime dowry like that. Dawn could give Candace a lifetime dowry on the property. Candace and Dawn could give somebody else a lifetime dowry on the property. Yeah, 9 months later, Grandis remembers she went home and took a nap. None of them are believable. Exactly, they're not. I hope they do too, hon. But I hope they find out what happened to her. I don't know if I could say that I would. We all wish that missing people come home safe and sound, but you have to understand, what would that do to her children if she literally just ran off and then was found one day? What would that say about, to her children? They would feel that their mom just didn't love them. A quick deed is an easy e-change of property. Yes, it is. Quick claim deed, but it's still legal. Hello, Miss Corey. Right, her body, her remains. Yes, I hope somebody figures out what happened to her. We always know this is going to turn into a conversation about Summer. We know that. But is there anybody else out there that has any names of cases that mean anything to them that they want looked into? And any creators or anybody that's out there that's watching this, if y'all want to take a name and run with it and see what you can't find out about it, that would be a great help too. It don't just have to be this channel. Any channel that helps get missing people or missing kids and their names or stories out there, that's a good thing. Any attention any of these cases get is better. Yeah, one more holiday without Summer. No clue, no hope. Yep. I agree, sweetheart. Me and you both. That's another one that's drove people crazy for years. My town has about 1,000 people, and we have a guy SA women at night. Oh, wow. And they haven't caught him? You can have a living trust where you can live on the property after it's sold till you pass, right? I saw $6,500 he gave for the property. Where did you see that? Where's that paperwork? I would love to see it. There have been cases where mom left and made a new life elsewhere only to show up in later years. I seen a case, guys, where a woman had been gone for, I think it was like nearly 60 years or something. She was like 80 or 90 years old and she had been missing that long. I mean, her kids were little bitty when she went missing. And come to find out, she had run off with another guy. And he had convinced her that people would go and hurt her children if she ever went back. And they wound up finding her. I mean, her kids were like 60s and 70s, and they found her. We had an Amber Alert from El Paso. The mom took like 4 kids, but I haven't heard updates. Tommy Crossland told the closest truth on Haley Cummings. I seen another Haley Cummings missing that was around 16 years old. Thought it was strange, but can't remember where I seen it. Yeah, we looked for that one day. That's weird discovering. Did you see where her dad got out and is right back in? I honestly and truly do not believe her dad had anything to do with that. Tommy Wilson says Joe Overstreet from Nashville, Tennessee did it. Really? Was that night with Joe? No, he didn't, but it was drug related. The Hawkins County GIS shows the deeds to land. I have seen them, but can't remember nothing. But no utilities on the land. Well, we're gonna have to start. I wonder if that is public information, isn't it? Missing child in Mississippi today, 1 year old. Last name Summer Boy from Sunflower County. First name hard to spell. Last name is Summer. Wow. I've not heard any on Michael's case, honey. I looked up the history of sales on 110 Ben Hill. A lot of people have, but when did Don buy that for 6,500? What year? Do you remember? Hang on a second. An alligator got her. It could be possible, honey. Remember, they found that little 2 year old in that alligator's mouth. Oh, that's awesome. Cursed. I saw a story about a woman who left in the 80s and met up with some hippie type people at a park and left them on a cross country trek. She wound up messing up, broke down, and she messed her life up. Nathaniel Summer Jr. Huh. Let me write that name down. What do they think happened to him? Do you know, Corey? You said he was a year old? When did Don get the property? Well, that's what I was asking. What did the paperwork say that you looked at? I always just look up GIS county and I always use the name form to see the deed and land. Told Grandma everything and they let Joe go back to Tennessee. Good grief. Well, they moved up here in 2009, either the late part of 2009, early part of 2010, and his mom passed in 2010, so he had to have gotten the property then. But if anything he says is believable, he told me that there was a big court to do, and somebody, after they got the property, came in and took the property from them and sold off everything they had up there. I'll have to re-listen to that phone conversation again and hear exactly what he said. But I would like to look into that and see, because 2002, well, see, that wasn't Dawn then. If I remember right, Dawn was like in Texas or California or something, in jail somewhere in 2002. I got to call corporate office. They are who sends the missing pics and info to surrounding states. Hello, Pamela. No, I'm not, babe, but it's okay. Okay, endangered child, 3 feet, 27 pounds, last seen May 27th. Is that the 1 year old you said? See, Dawn and Candace weren't even together in 2002, D. Candace was, 2002, that's when she was having her second child. She was with Andrew Simmons, or Simpson, whatever his last name is. I know, he told me about the conversation he had with Josh, and what he said was back when Summer went missing, this is what he told me. I don't know what he told Josh, but he said what he told Josh was that back when Summer went missing, he kept $5,000 in the bank at all times that he wouldn't have needed to sell his daughter. And now he, like, supposedly he only had $500 and had to use it to buy materials and stuff to do the job that he was doing in Arkansas or wherever he's at now. I apologize for coughing in y'all's ear, guys. I try to catch it before, but you know how cough is. I just looked it up, and there was a quick claim deed in 2010, and in 2015, I'm guessing the first in 2010 was Clyda, 2015 was Dawn. Well, like I said, he says that there was some big to do, and I'm assuming it was probably Clyda. Who else would have had the reason, the means to come in and just take everything away from him. I will go in and I'll look up that phone call and I will pull that part out and we'll put it out here and see what we can't figure out about it. It's okay, Nana. Drink pickle juice. Is pickle juice good for coughs? My brother left or gave me some breathing treatments to use, so I actually need to get that done. Um, I need to get my steroids and stuff. The doctor actually gave me 2 different antibiotics. And Tesla pearls is to keep you from coughing. It keeps you it stops the trigger of coughing, should I say. Sort of like Delsum. Drink tea with cinnamon and honey for that cough. He probably felt like she was taking it away from him, but she was just making sure he was responsible enough to sign it over. No, evidently this went through the courts. Whatever happened went through the courts. It's something that we had never heard of. So like I said, I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm just telling you what he said. I just saw a record. It was Donald Wells who purchased it. I'm not sure how true that is. But does it say when he purchased it, honey? And that could have been back when him and Pam lived up on 110. He and Pam lived up there in a yellow and white trailer that used to sit across the driveway from where the house is now. That's what, when this all first came about, and they kept popping up a second address up there. That's what that second address was for, was the trailer that him and Pam lived in. Is it Suzette? I have never heard of it. And she said it was pill form. So sorry you're sick, Mama Praying. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate it. Did Don ever live there with his first? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes, him and Pam and the 2 kids lived at 110. Margie and little Donnie got to spend time with their grandmother, with Karen Goat. They lived up there when she was alive. And I heard that from Margie herself. She told me that they lived there when they were little. We have all heard Grandma and Dawn say Ellie knows when I leave state. That tells they are suspects. Vicks on the bottom of your feet, lung area, honey with tea with lemon. I do have Vicks. I didn't know that. I have a friend who took steroids and got diabetes. I don't think you take steroids and get diabetes from it. Normally, if it's sugar diabetes, the 2, that's hereditary. And the 1 is normally you get that on as a child. Margie talks about living there when she, in her interview. Yeah. There was no money exchanged in either quitclaim deed in 2010 or 15. Last money exchange was in 1995 for $35,000. And that was when William bought it, wasn't it? About that email I sent you. You did a video of the mission place, did that look like Summer to you? Oh, Pamela, yes, I think it did. And I made Don look at it while I was on the phone with him. Him and Candace both looked at it. And of course, they immediately, oh, no, that's not her. That's not her. Her hair would be longer than that. Oh, she would be taller than that. Blah, blah, blah. But yes, I did. I think it did look like her. Of course, in Don's opinion, he says all children look alike when they're little. I never thought my kids looked like somebody else's kids, but in my opinion, just the way he come across with the statement about that picture was he knew it wasn't her. He knew there was no possibility that it could be her, and even before he even really looked at it good. That's just my opinion about it. You have the same thing that I have. Um, y'all know the subscribers I've got named Chewbacca, and Rottweiler. They are both sick with it too. So is my son. And Discovering just got over it. I think she made me sick over the phone, guys. It's all Discovering's fault. She made me sick. Who is Amber Wells? Cam was talking about. Showed the picture 2017 with the BB gun. I don't remember who he said that was. I don't know of any other wells that go up there or that has been up there. All the wells are from Utah and Florida. The Blyes and the Harrers are from Wisconsin and Texas. Exactly. Other people's kids do not look like yours. Exactly. But that was the shit he was trying to feed me with that picture of that little girl in the mission. You had the flu. I know, honey. So did I. And I'm just playing with you. You know darn well you didn't make me sick. Clyda Trent owns lots of properties around that area. I know she does. And she owns lots of properties in Utah now, too. I've seen an Amber Wells in the family. Not sure of the relationship exactly, but she's there. If the Wells didn't do it, then a local did. That place is hard to find. I have the faith Summer will be found, praying for her to be found always. Sorry it's not very exciting, guys, or informative news today. And if anybody has any family members who served in the military and who are no longer here, my condolences. That is what today is for. I actually wanted to do a video that would show pictures back in the Civil War because that's when it actually came about. What do I think happened with Summer? Babies are smarter than Dawn. They can pick their parent from their twin, right? I just realized what you were saying. Yeah, exactly. Evidently, Don's so stupid he don't know his own kid from somebody else's. Dawn's beginning to crack. He called me the other night, guys, and I refused to call. I took so much flack over just having that interview with him. And then because I didn't do the commentary on it because of the stuff that I didn't believe anything he said. But I was planning on doing a commentary on it, but I just got sicker and sicker, and I didn't feel like doing it. And then everybody else was doing them, and I didn't see any need in it. Oh, I'm so sorry, V. My condolences, hon. Is it okay to ask me what? Oh, what I think? Yeah, that's fine. I just hadn't got it. I forgot that I read that question, sweetheart. I've got two different theories. And one is that Don knew that CPS was coming and he got rid of her, as in giving her away. In my opinion, that's my thoughts. And the other is there was an accident involving other people that were at home that day. And Dawn and Candace, that's why they're not turning on each other, is because they can't turn on each other because each other wasn't involved. In my opinion. I mean, what's worse than losing a child? What would be worse than losing a child? Perhaps losing two? If you understand what I'm saying without me actually saying it. I mean, that would explain why they're not turning on each other, is if they're protecting somebody else that's of greater importance. Right? And that would also explain why law enforcement isn't pushing more than what they're pushing, is if they know that or if they suspect it. Have I showed the other picture that I'm talking about? Well, the one, no, I made a video about it. It's from that shelter. And yeah, I mean, like I said, I did a video about it. Whatever happened to the story of the boys staying home because they had to clean the house for CPS? Well, it was forgot during all the bullcrap, all the other lies. Right. Both my dad and my father both served in World War II, guys, so. Who is Marlena? Marlena is she's another cousin that lives up there that was staying at Dawn and Candace's. Not Dawn's cousin, but cousins to the Trents and the Bernards and all them, the Hills. And she's the mother of Summer's little friend. You know, the picture of Summer where she looks so sickly. The other little girl that was in that picture with her, that Marlena is that little girl's mom. Well, they're going to have to do something to clear Summer's case up, whatever the truth is. Time won't change a thing, and we're not going to let it go either. Yes, absolutely. Oh, thank you, Dawn. I appreciate that, hon. I hate that y'all have to sit here and listen to me talk when I sound like I do. It's too many people. She was just involved in the huge drug bust in Hawkins County. It was her brother's meth with Dudley got arrested. Right. North Carolina just took a big hit the other day, too, guys. One of the biggest drug trafficking rings. Oh, thank you, JP. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you, hon. I just seen that. Hang on a second. He was a 24-year-old guy. And of course, it's not going to show up now. Oh, but I pulled it up to look, and it's Colorado Bureau of Investigation warns 4 missing Texas children. So there's 4 more kids missing, guys. Out of Texas, who are believed to be with a 42-year-old woman, maybe in the Colorado Springs area, according to an endangered missing alert sent out by Colorado Bureau of Investigation on Monday morning. An Amber Alert was issued out of El Paso over the weekend as part of the case before the investigation unearthed the possibility that there might be a Colorado tie to the case. The missing are 4-year-old Michael Carmody, 12-year-old Audrey Williams, 14-year-old Isabella Williams, and 16-year-old Aiden Williams. Michael is 3 feet 4 inches tall and weighs 35 pounds, has blonde hair and black eyes. Audrey is 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighs 130 pounds. He has blonde hair and unknown eye color. Isabella is 5 foot 4 inches tall and weighs 110 pounds. She has blonde hair and brown eyes. And Aiden is 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighs 110 pounds. Officials say his hair and eye color are unknown, and a photo was not available. That's sad. Unreal. Yes, that was very kind. Thank you. So many kids missing. Yes, there is. It's sad. Well, there's 4 of them out of El Paso, but I don't understand how they don't know what the hair and eye color is of the eldest one. How long ago was it? Hang on a second, and I'll see what I can. I can't find it real quick. Okay. Here's the link for it, sweetheart. It's not. It's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 videos back. Literally 20 videos back. It's got a bunch of different pictures of Summer on it. All 4 are the same. Amber Alert, the one I got. Right, okay. No, you do not, Pamela. She says, I want my grandkids to have a chip implanted inside them. I wonder, can you do that? Anyone? No, yeah, actually, it's called an RFID chip, honey. But you do not want that because of the placement of it. It is also possibly considered the mark of the beast. And if you believe in the Bible and believe in the good Lord above, you do not want that implanted in your children, your grandchildren, or anybody else. Because 9 times out of 10, they plant it on your right, I believe it's your right hand, left hand, whichever, but it's between the thumb and the pointing finger. It's called an RFID chip. And they do already have those. People use them all the time. There's one town that they were doing an experiment to see if it would work in Arkansas, maybe, I think it was. And if you got, it was a voluntary thing. But if you received any kind of state funded benefits like food stamps, AFDC, anything like that, you had to get one of those chips. There's some businesses that use it to like open their front doors, use the vending machines, stuff like that. And some people are they're starting to put all their medical records and stuff on there. Pretty soon that chip is going to be holding all your money. Instead of having a credit card with a chip in it, that chip's going to be going in your body. And it'll be voluntary. And the only way you can take the mark of the beast is voluntary. And so sorry if I'm stepping on anybody's toes that don't want to hear it, but that's the truth. Or the way I see it, my belief. You learned something new today. What'd you learn? But those RFID chips have been around for years now. Oh, about the chip? Yeah. Y'all need to go look those up. Seriously. They're a little bit bigger than a grain of rice. And they inject them with a syringe and stuff under the edge of your skin in your hand. So has anybody heard anything else new? Okay. The live was 13 hours ago. Oh, I missed something. What live? Discovering. Don't be convincing people to do that. Oh, you're talking. Oh, you're not talking about one that goes in the body, huh? Okay. I can't ever get the machines to read my card, and it would probably be the same with the implant. LOL. They are scary. Yes, they are scary. Yes, they are. It does, Emily. Thank you, honey. I mean, it does. And I try to mute every time I have to cough, and I do apologize for coughing in y'all's ears. If they want to start implanting things, start with the idiots like Candace who keep having children. Dolly has a caller that supposedly knows something. Well, who's the caller? Or is he live right now? Just that the woman DW had a night with at his home went back to jail. Spencer lady, I wonder if it has anything to do with Summer. Well, Chewbacca, I was talking about them earlier, guys. They're the ones that said that they picked her up. And trust me, I have sent them pictures of Crystal, and they have said for 100% positive, yes, that is the woman that they picked up and gave a ride to. And that is the one that said, I mean, they even told me, I talked to them on the phone the other day, and they even said that she even described the blanket that the baby was supposedly wrapped in when Dawn did away with her. So it's very possible. And Crystal's the one that couldn't be found. She disappeared for so long, right after Summer got gone. But yeah, I mean, if y'all want me to, I'll go back over that letter. You can buy nickel size tags and put them in the backpack, purses, whatever, to track people. Please do not hurry chip if your life depends on it. Right. A lady called in on Dolly's last night. What did she say, guys? I wasn't watching. I mean, I've been literally in the bed for 2 days. What did she say? I'll have to go watch it, but just give me a synopsis of what was said. I wonder if it was Crystal. I'd like to know what, because the Crystal supposedly told Chewbacca and them that her boyfriend was over the Aryan Brotherhood up there. I know what channel it is. Said they were supposed to have kidnapped Marlena's kid, but got Summer instead by mistake. Mm. Well, that's interesting. We don't know who the woman was. I'll have to go and record that and send a clip of it to Crystal's mom and see if she recognizes her voice, see if that was Crystal. I don't usually watch drama, conspiracy, lives, unless Dawn is on there. I sometimes do. I get secondhand embarrassment with Dawn. Psh. Yeah. And the lady said she was family in that area. She has family in that area. Well, yeah. If that's Crystal Spencer, she definitely does. Yeah, it is twisted, sweetheart. Definitely twisted. I do. I haven't done so many lives, guys, because I don't pay for StreamYard right now. Saying I run it, there's only 20 hours you can do lives without buying a subscription. So the live 13 hours ago at 50 minutes, Dolly's live. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely go and watch it. And I will see about recording it and sending her mom a clip of it and see if her mom will tell me if that's her or not. Her mom doesn't live there anymore. I think she still has property down there, but she don't live there anymore. She has health issues and she lives in another state. Lady said she was Candace's cousin. That's interesting. Only cousin I've been able to locate. I couldn't imagine her associating down there on Ben Hill. She has a full life and job and everything in Wisconsin. It's almost believable. Right. Well, whether it was Marlena or Dawn Wells, come on, guys. We know like what happened to Kamari. Her mother sold her for $200, wasn't it? Actually, it wasn't even for $200 cash. It was for $200 that she owed the dude. Yeah, it will be. Very. So, I mean, yeah, it's possible that Marlena, because from what I understand, she was on drugs bad. I just can't imagine why nobody's not gotten a hold of Marlena's older daughter. She has two of them. Her name is Lynn G. No. Right. Well, you know what the strange thing is, guys? Is Chewbacca and them said that Crystal was shaved bald, well, not completely bald, but all her hair was shaved off too when they picked her up. I never heard of that channel. Stoned Gator covered the call 25 minutes. I call bullshit. She said Ellie wouldn't listen. Yeah, I call bullshit on that too. Hello, Miss Selena Dixon. How are you today? Well, if anybody knows how to get a hold of that Lynn G, you invite her right on over here. We'll have a little talk with her. Candace don't have any cousins in Tennessee, guys. Yeah, Crystal's head was supposedly shaved. Yeah, it's the one that Dawn was with, yes. And that has been confirmed by Dawn. That he was with Crystal. You know what I don't get is how David Britt didn't go after Dawn Wells for being with Crystal. Lynn Goad, then it wouldn't be Candace's cousin. Maybe, well, no, not really even by marriage, because Shit, Don ain't even blood related to the Goads. It's his step family. It could be that woman that was throwing a fit when people were taking pictures of Karen's grave. Right. Maybe they did listen and they just didn't tell. They shaved their heads to prove that they broke them down. Right, not blood related. Well, I thought it interesting when she told me that Crystal had a shaved head. Or lies. Yeah. Weird. What do y'all think about that video that I released the other day where Don was trying to say that old Tim Mullins is KGB? I mean, how more ridiculous can he get? I mean, I don't know if it was meant to scare me or what. The lady was also on Ziggy's last night after Dolly's. Who got busted the early morning of June 15th? Do you know Smiley? Do I know Smiley? Yeah, I know Smiley. We used to talk. We don't no more. Don will say anything. See who buys into his bullshit. I don't buy into his bullshit. I just let him run his damn mouth. I gave him an opportunity to come up on panel and at least try to tell some kind of damn truth. All he could do is sit here and tell lies. He'll not be back on my panel no more. I don't condone lying at all. Can't stand a liar. My mom always said if you'll lie, you'll do any damn thing. Hang on, guys. Sorry, guys. There was somebody at my front door. Yeah, Biscuit. Yeah, she was going off because there's somebody at the door. Zipped lips. I don't think I've ever seen this person in here before. I think maybe he shaved Summer's head so child services couldn't take a drug test from her hair. That don't work though, guys. I don't know what y'all know about them or what you don't, but when they do hair follicle test, they don't take it from the bottom of the hair. They take it from the root. That's why Dawn and Candace, if they stupidly did try to dye their hair to fool a drug test, it wouldn't work because they don't drug test the long part of the hair. They take the live part that's in the scalp. I know, Pamela. I know it does, honey. If I'd have felt better. And trust me, I got in trouble with my oldest son too, because I didn't go after him when he was sitting there telling me lies. My oldest son was like, "No, you should have called him out on it right then and there." But I was trying to get out as much information as I could. Your cough sounds bad. I'm praying for you. Maybe a steam shower or sometimes use right. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it is horrible. The cough is. Yes, there's some kind of something going around, hun. Um, Chewbacca and them told me the other day when I was talking to them that they read that there's a some kind of fungus virus that started in Canada and that's taken the United States by storm, and it causes mass amounts of mucus and phlegm. What was that, Biscuit? You're always listening in the bushes. Okay, Zip. You probably have been in here, honey. It's just I don't remember every name. Right, you can't argue with an idiot. That's true. Yeah, you need to keep her inside, hun. I don't go anywhere. I don't go around anybody. The only thing that I've done was when I was Mother's Day when I was with my kids and my grandkids at my son's house, and that was it. And I got sick. It was either that or Don Wells contaminated me when he called me on the phone. Can we just blame it on him? I was fine, literally, and he called me at midnight that night. And when I picked up the phone, I started freezing and I was hurting all over and I had the flu. So we'll just blame it on him because I've been sick ever since I talked to him on the phone. Sorry, guys, I'm not talking. I'm just reading the comments and stuff. Study tips. Hello. Yeah, blame it on him. All right, we'll blame it on him. Have I heard of the Isaiah House? Yes, I've heard of it. I'm not. I know what it's supposed to be for. I'm not real. I won't say educated, but I'm not very educated on what they actually do or not what they do. If it's a legit business or not, should I say? If they're actually, a lot of places say that they help kids, and in reality, it's just a cover for something else. So, I don't trust anybody, guys, especially when it's a big organization saying that they're helping a bunch of kids at one time, put a bunch of kids in one place, in one house. It just bothers me. You got a bunch of kids. whether it be little bitty kids or teenage kids or whatever, and they're all stuck in one house together, and just a few adults that handle it. Nah, there ain't nobody there to really watch out for the kids and what's going on with them. You just finished spring cleaning, but you ought to come and clean mine. There's supposed to be one up there that just opened in not Hawkins County, but in Sullivan County in Kingsport somewhere. They were supposed to have been donating money and items and stuff. You're not supposed to donate money, I don't think, but you can donate items and stuff to it. And last year, when they were holding the vigil for for the anniversary of Summer Getting Gone, people were taking in stuff to the Isaiah House. It was a brand new one that was just opening up. Hello, Victoria. How are you today, babe? Not sure if true, but heard they on their way back to Tennessee today. I heard it on YouTube Streets this morning. Has anybody else heard that? I can't remember the channel I heard it on. Well, I could always call Don and ask him. I don't really want to talk to him, but I'm sure he wants to bitch because I put that shit out there about the KGB. What's the name of the little church at the end of Light Holler? In that Mount Carmel? Or it's one that starts with a S. Not a lot going on, guys, in the case. Why was you wanting to know the name of that church, Melinda? I don't understand why they never went over there and checked that grave, Karen Code's grave. And it seems awful funny that people that's not even kin to her is raising Cain because people were taking pictures of the grave. I mean, the people that were raising Cain were William Gode's family, not Karen's. Well, we can only pray and hope, second to no one. Hey guys, do we have anybody that can draw, that has talent or imagination? I want something new to put on my t-shirts and stuff. If anybody would like to submit anything, share your talent. Can you do me up a picture? Nana's Angels. Something to do with Nana's Angels. I will put your name or your YouTube name on it or whatever, give you credit for it. If you allow me to use the picture. But seeing how this is all our channels, it's not just my channel, it's y'all's channel too. Oh Lord, y'all have to forgive me. I really feel like crap today, guys. But like I said, I miss talking to you guys. Isn't that where Marlena's dad's funeral took place? Oh, I don't know. Lindsay Culver. I paint. I don't draw. LOL. My daughter draws good. Well, could you think of possibly being so sweet as to draw us up or paint us up a image that we could put on the merchandise? I'll give you due credit or your daughter due credit, whichever. We can do more than one. I'm hoping and praying, guys, that something gives when that grand jury meets again in June. Summer's waited way too long. Oh, and by the way, guys, Christola was saying the last time I was live, I think it was, that if anybody on the 15th, when I do the balloon release, if you all want to get some helium balloons or whatever, and we release them all together at the same time, that'll be a way for everybody to be involved in the balloon release. I will be doing that live at my son's house. And I will be printing up the little flyers, the missing posters that's going to be put in each balloon. And I will do a video on that and show you what it's going to look like and what it says and stuff. And if anybody wants to print them out, to put with their balloons, you can. That's me, Corey. I just want to know where that baby's at. It wouldn't bother me one bit if they locked Dawn and Candace up till they turn blue. That's a terrible crime. They dropped the ball. I wonder if she actually changed her will 2 days before her death or if someone forced her. Well, there was a lot of wills. Well, not a lot, but there was several wills. And my husband and I actually contested the will. And strangely enough, we paid the bond and everything to have the will contested. And come the day of the court, our lawyer that we hired called us and said that they were no longer able to be on the case anymore and canceled. And then there was nothing else we could do. My husband was cut completely out of the will. He didn't get anything. Nothing. Oh, yes, it would. And I do, if anybody does get one of Summer's balloons, if they do drift that far, I want anybody that finds them to, let us know so that we can track them. I'm going to actually put information on the posters so that people can get a hold of us and let us know how far they went. Why did they drop the case at the last minute? We never did find out. I'm assuming somebody paid them off. Like I said, it wasn't like my in-laws were, poor. And there was, money. So maybe my brother-in-law paid them off with my mother-in-law's money. Summer Moon Utah Wells missing from Rogersville, Tennessee. Last seen wearing a pink shirt, age 5, now 7, in the Beach Creek community. Blonde hair, blue eyes. If you have any information, please contact TBI. what I heard, of course, people, you know how rumors are. The part that I heard and I saw paperwork for, but people are saying is not true. But it was the lower part down there, the shed where he went and checked when he got off work that day. That piece of property she supposedly got during the divorce in 2015. She has an active Amber Alert. How many balloons am I? Well, there's 30 and 50, and there should be little, at least 100 or more. Yeah, it certainly is a cold case, Terry. I mean, I doubt that I could actually get anything done, but I'm curious. I would like to see whoever did away with her to go to jail. Plain and simple. Money was being exchanged. Police, lawyers, bankers, sheriffs, coroners are some of the most crooked people, right? Well, I didn't know it did. I know there's been a lot of people saying that there's been stuff coming up weird when you Google her name. I did a painting for Summer and my cousin, Chelsea Johnson, unsolved cold case, and I don't know what to do with it. LOL. If you want to, you can send me copies of it, hun. I don't care to put it out there for you. If you want to do a story on Chelsea's case, then we can do a story on Chelsea's case. As I've said before, this is y'all's channel too. And if you want a story done, then we'll do it. Melinda says it said it last night. That's fine, honey. Do you have my email address? Yep. Guys, I'm sitting here looking at it right now. And it plainly says on March 4th, 2022, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation announced that human remains found on a property near the Wells family home had been positively identified as Summer Wells. The discovery of Summer's remains has devastated her family, friends, and the community that railed to find her. I wonder who put this out there. Listen to this, guys. It says Summer Wells human remains found. The disappearance of 5-year-old Summer Wells was from her family's home in Tennessee on June 15, 2021, had captivated the nation for months. Unfortunately, the search for Summer has come to a tragic end. On March the 4th, 2022, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations announced that human remains found on the property near the Wells family home had been positively identified as Summer Wells. The discovery of Summer's remains has devastated her family, friends, and the community that railed to find her. The investigation into Summer Wells' disappearance and death was extensive and involved multiple law enforcement agencies. The TBI announced that it had received more than 1,200 tips related to the case and had conducted over 1,000 interviews. The search for Summer had involved hundreds of volunteers as well as helicopters, drones, and canine units. Despite the effort of law enforcement and the community, the search for Summer had gone on for over 8 months before her remains were finally discovered. The discovery of Summer Wells' remains has raised many questions about the circumstances surrounding her death. Law enforcement officials have not released any information about the cause or manner of her death. The investigation into her disappearance and death is ongoing, and authorities are asking anyone with any information about the case to come forward. The community continues to mourn Summer's loss and is coming together to support the family during this difficult time. Do what? You have got to be kidding me. It says it was published on March 13th of this year. Unbelievable. Has anybody else seen this? It's hang on, let me type this in here. SIND.ca. I think it's just bullcrap, but still, I can't believe it's out there. Okay. That's what's at the top of the page. Yeah, well. It seems awful weird, though. It's giving it an exact date, guys. D presents. Yeah. Hmm. That is weird. I know it's not a credible publication, honey. I'm just saying it's just odd that they're given specifics. I mean, that much specifics. But I know it's not true. Yeah, D presents. I mean, she's not bad. She's really not. I mean, I don't like her, but that's only because she went after me. Hello, Mama Bear. Yeah, it's very odd. I still wonder about the remains that were found um, in May of last year over in Bristol. Dolly just put a video up. It says trigger warning. I got company and forcing to socialize. Bye, guys. Okay, Emily, you have a great day, sweetheart. I will. I'm going to go listen to Dolly's and to Ziggy's. Hello, Robin. How are you today, sweetheart? Happy Memorial Day, everybody. I thought about doing a video about the beginning of Memorial Day. Do y'all know that it started in Charleston, South Carolina? Although there's reports that it supposedly started in New York. Ziggy plays Dolly's, then has Lynn come up on her panel. Save your time. Okay. My problem is I don't know who is bringing real truth or on a channel, so I search a little bit of all, but I know that you are fact based. I wish they all were, but they aren't. Well, if I'm not fact based, if I can't show where I'm getting something, I at least say, hey, this is my theory or it's my opinion, or hey guys, I can't find anything else. Do y'all know anything? I don't come out here and try to give misinformation. Decorations for Civil War's fallen soldiers, right? Gucci. Oh, well, thank you, Pamela. I appreciate that, hon. And you guys are my favorite subscribers, too. Yeah, we all say rumor a lot. Well, we're just going to have to go and listen to it and see what we can find out. There's a lot of people out here, guys, wanting their 15 minutes of fame. Just like all the people in the beginning of the case, starting with Allie and Hunter and all of them. You think they're getting nervous? I think Tim Mullins knows something. And when Dawn and Candace go down, I think Tim Mullins needs to go down too. As a matter of fact, I don't know why they don't go pick Tim Mullins up and question him. Yeah, but look at all the kids that they do know. Sorry, mostly of them from I'm thinking in my head, guys, but mostly there's no info on what really happened this summer. There's not. But if they would do like they did with Harmony and Oakley and Serenity and all the other little kids and take the parents in and question them and grill them and interrogate them, they might actually find something. But they refuse to do that. Why? Yes, he is, Lindsay. He is beyond creepy. Angel did a vid today about TM putting out the truck pics after LE said not to. I've never heard LE say not to do it. The only person I've ever heard say that it's no longer relevant was Robin. Anderson, South Carolina, a friend of mine was found in his burning truck. No one has ever been charged. Oh, wow, hon. How long ago was that? Well, like I said, guys, I've not been watching for the last few days. Hardly anything at all, so I guess I've got some catching up to do, huh? 2018, his name is Bobby Harvey. Well, we'll have to check into that. What if they arranged a rescue of sorts, possible parental involvement? That sounds like a running theme of a lot of kids, too. They find the people that did it, but just not the kid. Is everything okay, Discovering? I'm so sorry, hon. Yeah, but it don't matter who told her that the truck wasn't relevant. It was not her place to be marking out anything. People can coddle Robin all they want, just simply because she's perky. You cannot tell me, guys, and I know it's horrible to say it. It really is. But if Robin wasn't 110 pounds with long blondish hair and looked the way she looks, that people wouldn't be coming down on her. She's getting by with having a pretty smile and being so giggly and perky and precocious. She gets away with a whole heck of a lot more. If she looked more like a real person instead of a Barbie doll, people would be coming down on her a whole lot harder than what they are. No, I can't find it right now, but I saw a picture of Summer in that same shirt that was found with the deer bones, and the other day on another channel on their community tab, that was Holly. That was Common Sense. I've got those pictures. And I'm actually thinking about going ahead and doing a collage, guys, of all the different pictures of Summer, because as much as I do not want to think that there are other children out there that may be involved in this, I mean, you got to take a look at some of those pictures, and it really is starting to set in that I don't think there's more than 3 pictures that look like the same child. There's really not. I mean, at what point in time? I mean, normally parents take pictures once a year, for that to have an ID picture, right? In case their child comes up missing. A child does not change that much in a year. But from the time that child turned 5 years old till the time she went missing in 6 months, look at how many different looks that child had. Something not right there. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you're still alive too. And it's good that they're checking in on you. But I really want to do that. Ellie made a statement publicly. TM put out the wrong make on and model truck on missing posters. No, I don't know, honey. Maybe because Summer wasn't kidnapped and they all know the truth. You were about to lose your mind about what, sweetheart? Right. I mean, I've been fighting it and bucking it this whole time, guys. But yeah, I've got that picture, sweetheart. And that does not look like Summer. I did an overlay, guys. I did an overlay. And there's no way that picture that she's talking about, there's no way you can make it look like the other pictures of Summer. Yeah, Tim's picture of the truck was a Chevy, not a Toyota, trying to cause mass confusion. The picture of Summer, it was on Holly's No Nonsense. No, 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 no. It was uh, Common Sense True Crime, and her name is Holly. That's what that Holly, Common Sense True Crime. That's what she says. She's like the ears are just not right. I don't know. I tried, like I said, I tried to do an overlay, guys, and I can't get it to match up at all. Right? Yeah. I don't know, folks. I don't know if we're ever going to find that baby or what happened to her. I know if they don't come up with something by the time June 15th comes around, there's going to be mass hysteria going around, I guarantee you. If somebody don't get indicted or something in this grand jury. Yeah, it's okay, second to no one. Right. Nothing matched up. Yeah. Hang on a second. I'll show you. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know if I. Did I save it? Let me think. Dang it. Oh no, they were on my phone. But I'll show you guys the pictures that we're talking about. Hang on a second. Discovering, if y'all can't see them, please let me know, okay? See, that doesn't look anything like her. It really doesn't. Where's that at? I know you guys are seeing everything I've got in here. It's okay. But look at this. Okay. That looks like the same kid. Well, I know you're tired of seeing those. Looks like a boy, yeah. I will do one. I'll make a video, guys, showing them. Where those are from some of Candace's videos that she's got on her channel, evidently. That's what Common Sense said. It's where she got them. Yes, so there's a bunch of them. Well, like I said, you can't find any 2 or 3, maybe at the most 3, that look like the same child. I'll check the email. Hang on. I'm downloading them, hon. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty, hon. Yeah. Oh, that's the picture Lindsay just sent me. Oh, no, that's Andy Bernard. Her teeth don't show up too well. Oh, I got something for you guys. You see this right here? Do y'all see this? Don't that look creepy? You'd think that is a person, maybe? Can y'all tell, is that a hotel room or what? Hang on, guys. I got a phone call. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I know that's not very professional, but the kids do come first, even if they're grown. You think it's somebody in a mask? I know you do, Discovery. What does everybody else think? Robin says it definitely looks like somebody in the background. We don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out. It seems really odd to me. So, but anyways, guys, we've been on here for almost 3 hours, so I'm gonna start saying our goodbyes. We got 15 minutes left, or 14 minutes left. But I will definitely post that picture on the community tab for everybody to take a look at, a closer look. And I'm definitely going to be putting pictures together of Summer, different ones. See if we can't figure out the dates that they were took, and see if we can't figure out, I don't know what I'm saying. Like the ones in that shirt we know were took in March, wasn't they? Of 2021. Show it again, please. That one especially does look like an edited picture, but yeah, I'll show it again. Hang on. But it looks like, there's drywall work being done in this room, but this over here makes it look like a motel room. But this over here makes it look like it's a camper or a bus or something. She looks older in this picture too. And the more I look at it, I swear it looks like somebody's sitting there. I don't know. To me, that one don't look like her. All right, guys. Like I said, I will take hello, TT. How are you? That was taken on May 28th of 2021. Okay. So that one goes along with the ones where she's sitting outside with Candace in two different shoes, right? I saw a 16-minute video this morning that was just pics of Summer, but I can't remember who posted it. Thank you, Pamela. I appreciate it, hon. I'll just be glad when I get that medicine and get it started. I have to go over to my oldest son's house this Wednesday. We're doing a huge yard sale to sell off of stuff that their baby girl has had since she was born. We're talking like infant pageant dresses, clothes from infancy all the way up to 7 years. So I'm going to have a busy weekend this weekend. Yes, same day. There's a Snapchat filter with her in this outfit too. Okay. Well, I'm definitely, something's got to give. And guys, if there's anybody out there that is a lawyer, please get in contact with me. I have questions. Even a paralegal. I don't care. Just somebody that knows property and laws and legalese, because I really, really want to find out about that. Remember the picture of the bones and the clothes on the ground? That dress or shirt looks like the same. It is the same material, honey. TT did that. She found that out. And it is the same shirt. Definitely. Legal aid would answer questions, sweetheart, but they won't answer without you being a client, and they don't just take random questions. Not in Tennessee, anyways. You stay in the bushes since that. Yeah, I don't blame you, hun. No, honey, we didn't. But like I said, I will post that picture on my community tab so everybody can have access to it. No, the whole point of legal aid, sweetheart, is for people who are being abused and they need divorces. It's for like single moms or single dads that are having problems with family, and there's only a few things that they'll even take cases for anymore, which is like abuse, threats, stuff like that. Anything that concerns kids. But I'm wanting to find out about that property, and if the police are calling it, the I mean, if it's part of the investigation, are they really allowed to sell it? Consultations are free. I could possibly call up a lawyer and see if I can't get some answers. I used to have my ex sister in law was paralegal for a law firm. I used to be able to call her up with different questions, but since 2020 and that dreaded thing that happened to the world, she got really, really bad and almost didn't make it, and now she don't do so well. Here in Ohio, low income families can go get jobs and family services for advice. Yeah, not in Tennessee, babe. What's your thoughts on the other material found? I think it resembles the picture of Summer and Dawn's alleged last picture. I know, but I did look at them, TT, and it's not. There's the leggings that she has on in that picture. Those are cabbage roses, and they're not the same as what's now. I did look. I don't know what made me think of it, but the bright orange stripe that's through that material, and I did look up a hunting vest, like the real tree camouflage, and I got one that was close. It's close to that material. No, not yet. I just thought of that question today, hun. So yeah, I'll probably give them a call tomorrow and see what I can't find out. Things pop up out of nowhere in my head. But that other piece of material, I mean, seriously, guys, I mean, think about it. Go look at it and tell me what y'all think about. Maybe it's like a camouflage hunting vest, with the bright orange and inner lining. Maybe that's where that bright orange is coming from, because I don't know of any material that's that color except for like a hunting vest. that would have the green and stuff on it. Thank you for everybody for showing up. And thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for being a part of the channel. And any information or, that y'all contribute is greatly appreciated. And all you have to do is let me know that you want your name tacked to it, and I don't mind one bit giving you credit for whatever. Anytime. And Lindsay, if you will get that, the name and dates and stuff for that person and send me those pictures, I will get a video done of that, honey. It's Crime Stories Obsessed that has pictures called Summerwell's Life in Pictures. Yeah, I went through and I went through and snagged a bunch of Emma's pictures to do a video for her for the second anniversary of that her going missing. So yeah, I've got a lot of those. You're welcome, sweetheart. I appreciate all of you. Trust me, I do. Thank you for all being here. Thank you for all the support you give in whatever way you can give it. Everything is appreciated. All right, guys. I appreciate you too, TT. Thank you, sweetheart. It don't look like law enforcement or the parents or the family of this child is ever going to give a crap. Honey, I don't know. I have no desire to go. It would be one thing if we could go up there and just be the creators that actually cared, but you don't. You've got all these others that are going up there trying to make it out to be something that it's not, and trying to make a big scene, and I have no desire to go up there and be around them people. So I don't know how many people's going to be up there. To me, just being outside anywhere is representation of summer. It don't have to be up there on that property or up there by that pond. To me, if those people actually cared, like the church, you would think that the church that they went to for 2 years, they would host a vigil for her. But they can't be bothered. I have my thoughts about people. Well, we'll do our video, we'll do our balloon release, and we'll do our praying, and hopefully before then something will happen. Hopefully before then the grand jury will meet and they'll indict somebody, whoever did it. All right, guys, we've been going for 3 hours, so I'm going to jump off here. I'm going to go in here and take me some Tylenol and see if I can't feel a little bit better, so I can get the money to get my medicine. Hopefully that'll be Wednesday or Thursday, maybe. So I love you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for what you do to find Summer and any of the other missing children. And I will see you guys on the next video. Have a great day, guys.